Welcome back to the channel, LV Auto. This is June Jones. So today I wanted to give some free game for my wholesalers. I know a lot of people did see my free game that I gave a year ago for wholesalers on my Auto Auction Explorer channel. This is LV Auto. So if you haven't liked, subscribe, go ahead and like and subscribe if you're a wholesaler, flipper, whatever you want to call it. But really my wholesalers that actually got a wholesale license, because that's where the struggle is. So look, guys, I just wanted to get some free game starting off. So this is what I noticed, just me going to the auctions, trying to find cheaper cars. How are some of these dealers getting these cheap cars? Because that's the thing, like, it don't matter if you're a mechanic, if you know how to fix cars, how cheap can you get the car? Because no matter what, if you got more invested in the car than the car's worth, we know how that's going to go for you, right? So one thing I noticed a good way to get these cars at a good price when you're at the dealer auction, say you done went, you done went to the auction, you done did a walk around, you done did the work, you done seen what cars you done touched, drove, and checked out, you know what I'm saying? What I recommend is place a bid before the auction even start. You know what I'm saying? We don't really use that. A lot of people ain't utilizing that feature that you can actually utilize. Placing a bid before the auction actually start, because what I noticed is I done got bidded out that way a few times. That's how I know, like, cause I know the game. Like, I really go to the auctions and I really, like, I be like, I'm in there, as far as just the pricing or whatever. For the most part, if y'all go watch some of my walk around videos, I be pretty spot on. I know sometimes I be off a little bit, but for the most part, like, I could eyeball a car at the auction down this way. I know New York, Atlanta, Alabama, everywhere else. Texas is even cheaper for the most part than Oklahoma, So in each auction varies, But so see the blue book that's on that car, you know? See the blue book and then try to get good at eyeballing the car. That's where, like, when I go to the auction, I could just look at car and be like, yeah, I think this is gonna go for that. Cause you also gotta factor in the auction fee or whatever. So, but if you can be the one that can have the perfect bid before the auction even start, a lot of dealers they don't wanna go a step up. Now you do got the one dealers that still keep going, because what they gonna do, they gonna get the car and make somebody make some payments on it. You know what I mean? But like for small wholesalers and flippers and just people just trying to make some quick cash, try to get good at that on some of those. You know what I mean? Do your bids before, and then what that's gonna do, you're gonna box a lot of people out. Cause I know I got boxed out a few times like that. And you can just have the perfect price when it comes to certain cars. It works real well on older cars. Just the scrapers that I talk about, the quick flips and scrapers, the $1,000 cars and stuff like that, you know. But that's one thing that I really noticed for wholesalers coming in just this 2025 free game. That's one thing. And number two, make sure you still trying to build relationships with these dealers. Like I told y'all on my auto auction channel, I haven't told too many people. I haven't talked about that on the LV Auto channel. I'm doing paperwork for wholesalers. So if you got your wholesaler's license, you just got it. I'm doing paperwork because I know how hard it was for me to get to where I am in the wholesale game. Nobody want to give you the game. Dealers is it's crazy. Like, I'll go to the auction, dealers will talk to me, communicate with me. Then I see you next week, you acting kind of weird. You was telling me some plays, and then when I see you again and I'm trying to be like, what's up, what's up with some of them plays? You don't even want to, I'm like, then I see you the following week, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And hey, like, you don't even know me. Like, it's crazy. But that's how you dealers be acting out there, man. So my wholesalers, let's stick together. You know what I'm saying? All my wholesalers, we gotta stick together. You pull up to these dealers, you a wholesaler, you pull up to the dealers and try to, sell your car to them. They don't want to buy it. And not only do they don't want to buy it, they act like you can't get in the dealers only auction, like you don't see them. But y'all want to try to lowball me below Blue Kelly Blue, well, way below that. Y'all want to try to lowball me way lower than the auction. Like, I can't see what you see. Like, I'm not a licensed dealer like you. That's crazy. So watch out for that. You, as a wholesaler, you really just want to try to go to the auction and be able to be the one that get the cars that you can solve the problem and that you can flip. Now, I done bought cars that from, I done bought cars from Kansas, auto washing, America's auto washing. I bought 3 that day. One checked out, and the other 2 had some stuff going on or whatever. I mean, it was some stuff fixable, but my goal was to be able to drive one back. None of these was kind of drivable or whatever. What was wrong with them? It wasn't even engine. It was just like, it was just something was up with something was up with I think it was a roast or a VW or something that I bought. I can't remember. I had to look it up. But I rode it down the street, came back, and I sold all them, ran them back through the auction, and I made like a $1,500 to $2,000 profit. Now, is that possible every time? No, no. It can be, but you gotta know the lingo when what to put on your when you running it back through, what to put. And I'm gonna give y'all some sauce, because this is what a lot of people online want to see. Because I'm an online bidder, I go to the auction, I touch them, but I love bidding online. Make sure you put the AC work, like certain things like the AC work, the heat work. Make sure you tell them at the desk, like when you give them the car, and be like, yeah, make sure you put the AC work. And I done sold a lot of cars like that, and it worked. Because the people online, I done did Dallas when I resell to Dallas. So let me say this: as a wholesaler, can you resell and just get them, clean them, do a little something, and run them back through? Yes. But I think like bigger cities, Texas, Kansas, I can't do that down here with me. But I could buy cars. I done bought cars, never even went down there. Well, I did have to go, but never really went down there. Waited till the auction the next week, ran it back through, got my money back. I made a little money, but got my money back. You know what I'm saying? So it is possible. It is. But as a wholesaler, you don't like what a lot of people gotta understand. When it comes to that game, it's a lot of people getting their license every day. So every auction, it's a new person that just started. They don't know the game. So they just buying stuff. A lot of people get tricked into just buying some stuff. You know, I know we all been there, you know what I mean? Until you get burnt, and you gotta really realize the game ain't really set up like that. You can't do that, you know what I'm saying? But so when you running your cars back through, make sure you're listing them right. Listing them good, you know what I mean? And do what you gotta do on them. But that is another way you can make some money as a wholesaler. But all in all, as a wholesaler, if you want to get into the retail side, you know what I'm saying, just team up with a dealer, let them do the paperwork for you, you know what I'm saying, go around to different dealers, see if you can build that relationship. But I'm telling you, the trick is just trying to get the cars the cheapest as you can. I know a lot of people be like, oh, go on Facebook, that's the cheapest. But if I wanted to go on Facebook, why do I got my license? What's the point of having a dealer's license? What's the point of forking all this cash and getting involved? You know what I mean? Can you get cars cheap? Yes. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me tell y'all this deal while we right here for my new wholesalers. So if you're a new wholesaler, shout out to you, man. Like, subscribe. Can I get a like and subscribe? On this channel, we go over prices, we buying flips. But really, I want to just give more pricing, because when I was coming up trying to get my when I was looking to get my license, nobody was really talking about pricing. It's a lot of little guys. We just want to know, can we get a car for 1,000? Is that really possible? Not the 4,000s, the 5,000s. What kind of real deals can we get? What kind of? But I'm gonna tell you this. This auction, if you haven't seen none of the some of my walk around videos, go ahead and check them out. So look, it was a 2019 Toyota Camry. We know how them Camrys, Lexus, Jeep, Toyota for sure is at the auction. Y'all know them go like top dollar. You know what I'm saying? Um, this is a 2019 Toyota Camry. Had 174,000 miles on it, guys. The PMR was 7,500. It was a green light car, clean, no dents, dings, all black, like Toyota at that. Come on. It sold for 5,700 at the auction. 5,700 at the dealer only auction. The blue book on that is probably crazy. I ain't got the whole VIN to crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it just goes to show you have to be there though. That's one thing I noticed about the auction. You have to be there. And actually bidding on cars it's like a science to it. And it really is, you know? So you being able to be that first person to get the good price and not click the button if you online or up your hand for that price that you know you don't want. You need to get good at eyeballing these cars and knowing, at least have an idea what you think that it's gonna go for. You know what I'm saying? Because I done got so good at that to where, because that's you need to be practicing at that too. Go to the auction, whether you buying that week or not, just to get good at looking at cars and just to get good to be able to eyeball the cars, and you could be like, oh, I think this is gonna go for that. So when the auction come and you see the car come across, you already know what you think it's gonna go for, but your price is already set, and it's a good chance you're gonna get that car at that good price. You gotta be the first person at that good price. That's exactly the best scenario when it comes to just retail and wholesale. But you have to build the relationships. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna give you the game. So like I said, practice on bidding before the auction start. That'll really, really help you. And then if they counter bid, then it'll go up. Then you can be the next one after that. But you be the first one. With other building relationships with other dealers, small dealers. But if you need paperwork done, holler at me. I'm doing paperwork. We shipping 24 hours. You know, title work back. But just to help my wholesalers, because it's crazy out there. But just holler at me. We can talk about that. What else? Don't be scared to start at the bottom. It's cars up there for 500. It's cars up there for 1,000. It's cars up there wrecked. You can buy, bust them down. Find you a niche as a wholesaler. That's like one of the key goals too. Find you a niche. Is you the person that's gonna go to Copart? Is you the person that's gonna go to IA? Is you gonna be the one that's buying wrecked cars, put them back together? Or you don't want nothing to do with that. You wanna go to the dealer only auction to buy the cars already ready to go. But trying to find that wiggle room as a wholesaler is very, very hard. That's like one of the hardest things to do. So you got to be able to be bendable. You got to be able to adapt. And if you need paperwork done, you need to do what it takes to be able to get that paperwork done so you can just go ahead and make some money. But as a wholesaler, you're going to have to either put the car back together or get them at such a good price to where you can make a little something off of them, or run them back through the auction, but make sure you list them correctly as far as like what's good about them. I don't never really necessarily list what's bad about them, you know what I mean? But that's their job to go to the auction, to touch the cars, drive the cars, and make sure that that's something that they actually want to spend their money on. But for now, this is June Jones, and I just wanted to give some free game. I'm going to be doing this, giving out free game for my wholesalers. It ain't really nobody really giving out no free game. Like, subscribe, and let's figure out how to make this money as a wholesaler. See you on the next one.